Na szevasztok, Bónusz vagyok, és ez az a The Elder Scrolls Skyrim végigjátszásom következő epizódja. És lehet, hogy ez most egy valamivel rövidebb, meg ilyen kis hátradőlősebb epizód is lesz. Mint a régi arénás, meg Daggerfall-os időkben, mert őszintén mondom, kurva fáradt vagyok, de most úgy érzem, hogy egy kicsit szívesen Skyrimoznék. Úgyhogy legutóbb ugye azt terveztük el, hogy mi majd itt elmegyünk szépen Riftenbe. Miután, hogy ugyebár ezekkel a küldetésekkel most nem foglalkozok. Ezekkel nem foglalkozok egyelőre. Igen, tehát igazából megyek a következő városba, amit nekem meg kell látogatnom, és ez akkor Riften lesz. Közben már megint 91-es az illusionom, már megint lassan megint elérjük a 100-as szintet vele. Na akkor nézzük Riften. Nos, az a helyzet, hogy Riften nem egy túl kellemes város. Olyan értelemben, hogy itt virágzik a bűnözés, meg a korrupció. Amit mindjárt meg is fogunk tapasztalni, amint közel megyek ez a fiúhoz.
Before I let you into Riften, you need to pay the visitor's tax. For the privilege of entering the city. What does it matter?
Igen, egyből le akar húzni minket egy rakás arannyal.
Keep your voice down. You want everyone to hear you? I'll let you in. Just let me unlock the gate.
Te mit szólsz ez?
Welcome to Riften, home of the thieves.
Bocsánat, megzavartak.
Or so they'd have you believe. It's all lies. They're just thugs, vermin, creeping around the red way.
Szóval, home of the Thieves Guild.
The Imperialists think us all lawless beasts. I'm proof of their ignorance.
Szóval, itt tajázik a Thieves Guild Riftenben. Pontosabban lent Riften alatt a csatorna rendszerben.
I had another run-in with the Thieves Guild.
Be careful, Leo. The Thieves Guild has Maven Blackbriar at its back. One snap of her fingers and you could end up in Riften jail. Or worse.
They represent the reason I'm here. I can't just ignore them, Eren.
I know. I just don't want you to leave. You're the only good thing that's happened to this city in a long time.
Na szóval mi a ti sztoritok?
Visitors like us are rare in this part of Skyrim.
You're not from Riften.
I've been adventuring across Tamriel since I was a fresh-faced young woman barely able to swing a blade. My travels have taken me from High Rock to Valenwood, Elsewhere to Morrowind, and all points in between. Many years ago I lost my blade, Grimsever, within a Dwemer ruin. I took it as a sign that I was wasting my days in search of wealth. You and I are alike. We seek challenge and great fortune. But for me, that's where the similarities end. You see, Riften is my great beast to be slain, and my fortune comes from gratitude and trust. Maven Blackbriar, the matriarch of the family, represents everything that's wrong with this city. She's bribed countless officials, has friends back in the Imperial City, and freely associates with the Thieves Guild. I've tried everything I can to protect Riften citizens from her family, but to no avail. Well, there is Ingun Blackbriar, Maven's daughter. Strange girl. She likes to spend time down in Elgrim's elixirs working on her alchemy. Then you have Hemming, Maven's son. Spoiled brat and heir to her empire. He follows her word like a loyal dog follows its master. And finally, Sibi, the worst of all of them. He's in Riften jail for murder.
Hát, hogyha a nő kezében van az egész város, akkor miért van a fia börtönben?
To call it a guild is ridiculous. How can people who would betray one another over a gold coin be considered part of an association? They're the worst kind. Even the Dark Brotherhood abides by a strict set of rules and tradition. These thieves are just rabble. What do you think?
I try hoping to join them.
You know, I'm beginning to respect you. Other than Eren, you seem to be the only other person I've met I might be able to trust. Since we share the same opinion of them, let me warn you that they're recruiting others to join their guild, and you should be cautious. It's been difficult. I've taken the burdens of this city's problems upon myself, and I keep running into impossible obstacles. Corruption, lies and deceit are the order of the day here. If it wasn't for Eren, the young man who saved my life, I think I'd already have given up long ago. It was Eren who found me dying outside of a Dwemer ruin. If he hadn't brought me here and nursed me back to health, I would have died. When my strength returned and he told me about the problems plaguing Riften, I decided fate brought me here for a reason, so I stayed. Safe travels.
I've never seen Yol this upset about anything. The city really gets to her. Yol told me that it isn't this bad everywhere. Maybe one day I'll venture out and see if she's right.
Értem. Jó, menjünk még ki egy pillanatra. Megkérdem a hintóst, hogy ő mit tud mondani nekem a városról.
I can take you to any of the hold capitals. You can get a room at the Bee and Barb, but mind your coin purse. It's no secret the Thieves Guild makes its home here. Oh, and if you meet Maven Blackbriar, stay on her good side. This is her city, and nobody else's. Until next time.
Értem. Itt az istállóban van-e valaki, akivel érdemes lenne beszélni, nem?
I don't know you. You and Riften looking for trouble?
What's it to you?
Don't say something you'll regret. Last thing the Blackbriars need is some loudmouth trying to meddle in their affairs. The Blackbriars have Riften in their pocket and the Thieves Guild watching their back, so keep your nose out of their business. Me? I'm Maul. I watch the streets for them. If you need dirt on anything, I'm your guy. But it'll cost you. Then we're speaking the same language. Good. So what do you want to know? Well, you got Maven. She pretty much runs the whole operation. She's got friends in high places, if you know what I mean. She's also got ties to the Dark Brotherhood and the Thieves Guild, so basically, no one can touch her. Just remember, if she tells you to do something, you damn well better do exactly what she says. You kidding? My brother Dirge works in their hideout. I used to run with them myself, but took a job with Maven after they started hitting a rough patch. If you want to get in on that action, find Brynjolf in the marketplace. I'm sure he could use someone like you.
Talk to bring off, jó?
The only thing I heard is a rumor that a boy named Aventus Aretino in Windhelm has been attempting to contact the Dark Brotherhood. He used to live here in Riften at the orphanage on the other side of town, but I think he ran away. Can't say I blame him.
Jó, és ezt nem fogjuk megkérdezni. Egyelőre. Jó, és innentől ezzel a csávóval nem nagyon fogunk találkozni szerintem soha. Én nem is tudom, hogy hova megy ilyenkor.
I'm really getting tired of your excuses. When you borrowed the money, you said you'd pay it back on time and for double the usual fee.
I know I did. But how was I to know the shipment would get robbed?
Next time,
Staying out of trouble, kinsman?
What would have happened to it?
What? Are you telling me you robbed it? Why? Why are you doing this to me?
Look, Shadra, last warning. Pay up or else. All I care about is the gold. Everything else is your problem.
Huh? What do you want? I owe a great deal of money to someone, and I think they cheated me. I don't know what to do. I was able to work out a deal with the stables in Whiterun to sell me some of their tack and harnesses. I borrowed some gold from Sapphire to pay for the shipment, but it got robbed before it even arrived. Now Sapphire wants her money back, and if I don't pay her, I think she's going to kill me. You will? Oh, thank you. Yes. Hofgreer took me in when I arrived in Riften about a year ago. He's been teaching me everything he knows. Horses are my whole life. Back in Hammerfell, I helped my family raise horses at our farm. I hope to open my own stables one day, but I think it's going to take a lot longer than I expected. Be careful with Sapphire. She mixes with all sorts of nasty people.
You see those warriors from Hammerfell?
Tijd is spoelen.
Working at the Riften fishery is tough, but it puts some coin in my pocket. I'm beginning
Oh, az meg még nem Blackbriar.
There's nothing like fishing on Lake Onric. You should try it sometime. Only the best in all of Riften. I own Riften Fishery. Started out with a single fishing pole, and now I have an entire building and 2 boats to my name. Not bad for a middle-aged Nord, eh? Too bad I haven't had the same success helping this city shed its poverty. And even Nord thinks I'm wasting my time trying. But I disagree. I sell my catch across a good portion of Skyrim. It's worth its weight in gold to me. The only untapped market left is Markarth. However, I just got word that Klepper at the Silver Blood Inn might be interested. If you're headed that way, I would appreciate you delivering a purchase agreement for me. You'd be paid, of course. Good. Klepper will pay you as soon as you arrive with the letter. Here you are. Yes, I suppose someone has to be around here. Have you seen the condition of this sorry excuse for a city? Beggars roam the streets, crime runs rampant, and the threat of war is driving away business. The paltry amount of coin that I place in the charity box at the temple is the least I can do to help.
Fresh meats and produce. Get them before they're gone.
Nivenor is my wife. How I was ever able to meet such a gorgeous creature is one of life's mysteries. We're at odds about my charity. She thinks the people in this town have become lazy and expecting a handout. I tried to include her in my lessons from Maramal over at the Temple of Mara, but she prefers to shop instead. Different strokes, eh?
Never done an honest day's work in your life for all that coin you're carrying, eh, lad?
Hát azért mondjuk nem mind mondanám.
You've got the coin, but you didn't earn a septim of it honestly. I can tell. It's all about sizing up your mark, lad. The way they walk, what they're wearing. It's a dead giveaway. Look how you sniffed out my little scheme at the North Gate. You knew it was a shakedown and you called them on it. That's what I'm talking about.
Ah, az az ő műve volt.
Wealth is my business. Help me out, and I can add to yours. Would you like a taste? I've got a bit of an errand to perform, but I need an extra pair of hands. And in my line of work, extra hands are well paid. Simple. I'm going to cause a distraction. You're gonna steal Medesi's silver ring from a strongbox under his stand. Once you have it, I want you to place it in Branche's pocket without him noticing. There's someone that wants to see him put out of business permanently. That's all you need to know. Now, you tell me when you're ready, and we'll get started.
Jó, oké.
We've been contracted to make sure Branche remembers not to meddle in affairs that aren't his own. Now, since we're not the Dark Brotherhood, we're not going to kill him. We're just going to make sure he sits in the prisons for a few days. Do you want me to hold your hand as well? You're going to have to sneak over to Medesi's stall and use your lockpick on the strongbox. Then, when you have the ring, you pickpocket Branche and leave it behind. I'm ready when you are. Just give the word.
Jó, oké, viszont én mégis szeretnék beszélni emberekkel, úgyhogy... Balimund.
Come to see Balaman perform miracles with steel, eh? Smithing's been in my blood for generations. I owe my success to my forefathers and their recipe for flame. The secret is my forge. It consumes fire salts, a strange mineral that burns as hot as red mountain lava. Well, it was. Sadly, this forge is dying, and I've used the last of my fire salts. If I can't feed it soon, it may grow cold. You will? Thank you. 10 pieces of fire salt should give me all I need to bring this forge back to life.
10 fire salt kell, nem csak 5. Bassza meg.
A flame Atronach's body might provide fire salt. They're dangerous creatures that can be summoned by wizards. Of course, it would be much easier to check with an alchemist. They occasionally have them for sale. People say I'm making gold off of other people's misery, but what else would I do? Smithing is all I know. Next time one of my shields deflects a killing blow, they'll change their tune. Remember, nothing but genuine fire salts will do. The forge knows the difference.
Vele már beszéltem. Szóval Erin, te ki vagy? Nivenor.
Voley's around somewhere, planning to feed the poor with his nonsense about Mara.
Some fresh meat to fill your belly, perhaps? I picked up a trick from a butcher in Elenir, a small town over the border in Hammerfell. He showed me a way to grind up ice wraith teeth and use it as a preservative. Keeps everything cold and fresh, but only for a limited time. I'm always looking to replenish my supply, so if you ever come across 5 of them, I'd be more than happy to take them off your hands. Thanks. I was actually worried I'd run out.
Persze.
Well, I'd be careful if I were you. I hear the Nords hunt them for some kind of initiation rite, and not all of them end up victorious. The last traveler that traded me some said he found them at a place called Ancient's Ascent.
Oh, ott már jártunk.
Careful though. Rumor has it a dragon makes its home there. They live below the streets in the ratway like dirty animals. And trust me, they're no better than the vermin that slink out of there for scraps. They make it difficult for decent people to earn a living. Of course, not many decent people live here in the first place.
What's the ratway?
It's Riften's name for the sewers beneath our feet. Absolutely disgusting. If you fancy keeping your purse filled with gold and your head on your shoulders, I'd stay out of those awful tunnels.
Ezt majd eldöntöm.
Be careful looking for those teeth. Those little bastards are dangerous.
Sure, I'm a dirty beggar. Why would you want to even speak to me?
Nem is akarok.
Make love like a saber cat, or crush your enemies to dust like a giant. Only a mere 20 gold coins, and all this could be yours.
Branche.
Can I interest you in some fine goods from Morrowind?
Persze. Te igaz for sale. Lófasz. A szógyemek azok viszont megtetszik. Esetleg el tudok adni neki valamit. Spelltomokat. És igazából ennyit. Jó.
I may be dark elf by birth, but I was raised Argonian. For reasons I'm still trying to discover, I ended up orphaned and taken in by a kindly Argonian family in Black Marsh. I hope one day to find out what happened to me, how I ended up like that. Just one. I know when I was found by my Argonian father, I was wrapped in a blanket bearing the symbol of House Telvanni. It was one of the great houses in Morrowind long ago. Whether that means I was one of them or not, I'm uncertain. If you come across anything in your travels that might provide me with the answers I'm looking for, I'd be grateful. Thank you.
Yeah. Why were you searching in Skyrim?
I learned that a matron who had served for House Telvanni had escaped Morrowind during the Accession War. Record showed her buying passage aboard a sailing vessel named the Pride of Telvos, but that's where the trail ran cold. I spent years looking for what became of the ship, but I ended up empty-handed. Anything you can find would be of great help. Good luck.
Visiting Riften? All are welcome at the Temple of Mara. Pleased to meet you. I'm a priestess at the Temple of Mara.
You gonna buy something? Or just here for training? Otherwise, move on. Look, I've moved all over Skyrim selling these bits of junk, and I'm barely scraping by. I'm not out to win friends, and I could care less if you're happy about your purchase or not. I just need the coin. The sooner I get out of Skyrim, the better. Are you serious? The war is tearing the land apart. The dragons have returned seeking who knows what. Skyrim is going nowhere, fast. If I were you, I'd pack up and get out of here before you end up in one of those burial cairns. There are ruined sewer tunnels beneath the city. The only way I know how to get in there is through a door off of the canal. If I were you, I'd keep my feet dry and stay up here. They'd stop at nothing to take your last bit of food if that's all you had. The Ratway's too good a place for that scum. Come back
if
when
you're
you're ready
for
to
a
spend more
handout,
gold.
you'll want to speak with my husband. If you're looking for company,
Modessi. Beszélünk vele is mindjárt. Na szóval.
Greetings, honored friend. Could I interest you in some fine jewelry? I do. Sadly, I'm one of the few traditional Saxhleel jewelers that remains in Tamriel. It's becoming a lost art. Only trouble is gathering materials has become hazardous. The roads to the mines and to the other cities are thick with bandits, and worse. Would you be interested in gathering some materials for me? I'd certainly be happy to compensate you. Thank you, Landstrider. I'm seeking a small list of items to complete my next creation. 2 flawless sapphires, a mammoth tusk, and a chunk of gold ore. Forgive me. It's a term I haven't used in some time. While most in Tamriel call my kind Argonian, we prefer the term Saxhleel. Modessi was actually my original Saxhleel name. Unlike others, I decided to embrace tradition and keep it that way.
Ja, szóval ezért ő egy ilyen Argonian, aki nem ilyen Swims at Night, meg Sails Through Storms, meg ilyesmi, hanem rendes neve van. Hát úgymond rendes.
Not well, I'm afraid. That Brynjolf, he keeps draining the people's pockets with his ridiculous miracle cures. A few months ago, it was Troll Fat Sav, and now he's got something new. Not that there's anything that can be done about it. He's in good with the Thieves Guild. Safe travels, Landstrider.
New around Riften?
Yeah, there you go.
Take my advice. Stay at the Bee and Barb. The bunkhouse isn't for you. You looking for something or what? Of course not. You expect me to take care of it by myself? My niece Svana helps me with the chores. She'd be more help if she kept her head out of the clouds. She's been with me ever since her parents were killed by bandits and she was dropped in my lap. I don't know why I bother.
Did you get that purchase agreement to Markart?
Nem, még nem. Nyugodj meg, fiam, majd arra is rátérek.
The fairest prices and the highest quality in Skyrim.
Buy some armor
Nem.
to tell about it.
Jó, nézzünk be ide. Temple of Mara.
Need some? Yes? This temple is dedicated to Mara, and the light of love she shines on us all. I'm only a humble acolyte, though. If you wish to avail yourself of Mara's blessing, you should speak with Denya Balu or Maramal. They should be back shortly. You're welcome to wait here if you like. Until next time. Need something?
Találok esetleg itt valamit? Van ennek a helynek hátsó része? Van? Még pincéje is.
Good afternoon.
Ja, ott van a Hall of the Dead. Oda nem biztos, hogy még be akarok menni egyelőre. Ruin Book.
Lady Ma, what is it you seek? We are devoted to the goddess Mara, who gave mortals the gift of love, that they might have a hint of eternity. Her blessings are many. To love is to know the true nature of the gods. Not all can hear the broad echoes of deepest dawn. To receive the touch of Mara, you must first act as her hands in the world. Explore the facets of the infinite jewel. Are you prepared, then, to help bring the light across this land?
Persze, persze.
The dawn surely opens upon you, child. You must bear its light that all may see. Mara has reflected an image to me. At the foot of the throat and the young woman, almost a girl. Her fickle love must resolve itself. The village of Iverstead. The woman, Fastred. This is the prayer heard by the goddess and relayed to her servants. Return when she has seen her path. I will entreat Mara on your behalf.
És akkor most randigulót kell játszanunk, vagy mi? The Book of Love. Iverstead. A faszom, ez jó messze van. Sárkányt hallok. Tudja, hogy egy sárkányt hallottam. Végül is lehet, hogy csak halucináltam.
New around Riften? Take my advice. Stay at the Bee and Bar. The bunkhouse isn't for you.
Nem, ez tudja, hogy egy sárkány. Ha hallottam. Itt valahol van egy sárkány. A környéken. Na, nézzük meg akkor ezt a Bee and the Barbot. Várjunk, csak nem először még. Inkább nézzük, ez mi ez a hely? Honeyside, ez lesz a ház, amit mi itt megvehetünk Riftenben. Ez a Helga's Bunkhouse. Ki ez a szépség?
Keeping this place clean is quite a chore. I'd appreciate it if you'd keep your hands to yourself. Work? I suppose you can call it that. I call it slavery. I work my fingers to the bone keeping this disgusting place clean. Ever since my parents died and Helga took me in, it's been a nightmare. How was I to know she was such a wretched woman? So now I'm stuck living here, while those pigs she calls customers grope me and say the most awful things. It's not just the work, it's everything about her. She's disgusting. I think she takes her worship of Dibella a bit too seriously. Do you know she slept with 3 different men in the last month alone? What kind of woman would do such a thing? Just for once, I'd like to see her squirm, to rub her nose in it. Actually, there is, but I don't think I could get away with doing it. She'd kill me if she found out. You see, I happen to know, after she makes love, she gives her partner a token of her affection, called a Mark of Dibella. If you confront her with 3 of the marks, she'd be so embarrassed. Well, I don't know what she'd do. Oh, this is going to be great! You need to get the marks of Dibella from Boli, Hofgrir, and Indaren. Not sure how you're going to do that, but try your best. Then just confront Helga with them, and the rest works itself out. Try and get those marks without violence, please.
Boli.
I want to be responsible for their deaths. Or yours.
Jó, ez is egy érdekes küldetés lesz, amit meg lehet oldani ilyen beszédképességgel is, meg lopkodással is, meg minden ilyesmivel is. Vagy szét is lehet verni akitől kell a cucc. Sajnos itt Riftenben jó pár ilyen küldetésem lesz, aminek a végén nem mindenkinek leszek a barátja. Sajnos. Beggar's Row. De szép hely. Kellemes. Na, és itt van vele szemben az alkimista, Elgrim's Elixirs.
Got something for just about everybody in here. Give a holler if you have any questions.
You here for lessons like Ingen? Or did you wish to buy something?
Is your shop down here in the canal?
Well, the moisture in the air is better for the ingredients. It isn't every day that you get your hands on fresh nerdwood or painted troll fat. It also makes it easier to gather water when the canal is right out the front door. Besides, I also prefer the quiet. I didn't open this business for browsing. Come in, buy what you need, and get out. Hardly. In fact, I don't know how I get anything done with all the distractions I have to put up with. My wife, Halfjorg, well, she's a necessary evil, I suppose. Not a lick of talent when it comes to alchemy, but she keeps me fed. Then there's Ingen Blackbriar. Bright young thing and a worthy apprentice, when she isn't wasting my rare ingredients. Yes, goodbye.
This place has seen better days, but it... Where's my head? I never even greeted you properly. I swear if I wasn't around, Elgrim would forget to eat his meals. How we make any coin at all is beyond me. In fact, I need to arrange for someone to pick up an ore sample for me in Shore's stone. Goodness knows Elgrim won't lift a finger to do it. You would? Oh, that would be wonderful. Speak to Filnjar in Shore's stone. He's got some sort of ore sample he wants us to identify and was willing to pay us well for it. I know how to mix a few basic potions, but I'm nowhere near as skilled as a master alchemist. I've picked up a few tricks by reading the tomes scattered all over the shop, but I don't have the knack to pull off half of the formulas. I wish Elgrim had spent more time tutoring me than that Ingun girl. Oh no, I didn't mean it that way. Elgrim can barely put on his own shoes, let alone have the energy to pursue a young girl. He's been gushing about how talented Ingun is at alchemy. He'd never say it to her face. That's not his way. I just think Elgrim's taken it upon himself to mentor the young thing, so he focuses a lot of attention on her. When Elgrim said we were setting up shop down here, I told him he would catch his death. The dirt, the moisture, is disgusting. Who wants to spend their life living like a skeever? But that old bellyacre just fed me some nonsense about light ruining his mixtures and being close to the water. Ah. Be careful. The road to Shore's Stone could be dangerous.
You here for lessons like Ingun? Or did you wish to buy something?
Jó, esetleg Slaughterfish skillt árulsz-e?
You're interested in my potions and ingredients.
A Hag Ravenclaw, az ritkaság. Meg a Hag Raven Feather is. Meg a Hawkbeak is. Baszki, ez tele van ritka dolgokkal. De sajnos Slaughterfish skill nincs nála. Ó, még házak is vannak itt lent. Ah, és ez lesz a Redway, oda még egyelőre nem megyek be. Honorhol Orphanage. Egyre közelebb van ez a sárkány, ahogy hallom. Egyelőre nem megyek be oda, vagy bemenjek? Bemegyek. Honorhol Orphanage.
Those who shirk their duties will get an extra beating. Do I make myself clear?
Yes, Grelid.
And one more thing. I will hear no more talk of adoptions. None of you riffraff is getting adopted, ever. Nobody needs you. Nobody wants you. That, my darlings, is why you're here. Why you will always be here, until the day you come of age and get thrown into that wide, horrible world. Now, what do you all say?
We love you, Grelid. Thank you for your kindness.
That's better. Now scurry off, my little gutter snipes.
Vén ribbont.
I'm sorry, but the children aren't up for adoption right now. You should go. Sadly, yes. Even the townsfolk have taken to calling her Grelod the Kind. Her very existence has become something of a running joke. Grelod runs this orphanage because she's old and set in her ways and doesn't know any other life. These children need love and comfort. I try, but I'm sorry. You should go. The children aren't up for adoption, and it's cruel to get their hopes up. Besides, Grelod hates visitors. I'm sorry, no. Grelod is the headmistress here, and she's decided not to allow any adoptions right now. I wish things were otherwise. All of these children deserve a better home, but there's nothing I can do.
Te vén szatyor, mit képzelsz magadról?
This is an orphanage, not an inn. Be gone from here.
Ribbont.
Please, mister. I'm really afraid of Grelod. When Aventus escaped, she was so mad. I got double the beatings that day. She's gonna kill one of us. A little boy who lived here, Aventus Saratina. He was nice, but really quiet and sad. Because his mother just died. He ran away, back home to Windhelm. Samuel told me he's trying to get some murderer people to come here and kill Gredlin. I really hope he does.
Aha, jó. Jó van. Na akkor, hova tudnánk még bemenni? Várok reggelig, hogy megint nappal legyen. Tehát az emberek kint legyenek az utcán, meg bent a boltjaikban, meg ilyenek. Még egy órát. Így jónak kell lennie. És akkor nézzük Mistféle Keep.
Have our scouts come up with any information on these reports of dragons?
Yes, milady.
There's an apothecary in town.
Bazd meg, odafigyelek most.
It killed several soldiers before it departed.
I want you to speak to the city guard. Make sure there's a contingency plan in effect in case Riften falls under attack.
Yes, milady. I've also taken the liberty in preparing a private carriage, just in case.
Good. If Riften should fall, it's only right that its leader be spared.